Good morning, everyone. Well, pretty quiet weather across Nebraska today, but that's going to be changing because tomorrow a cold front's going to be pushing into the state. So we're going to get a big warm up for many and then a big cool down on Wednesday. We'll get to that in a second. Let's first start with today, though. And for the morning commute, can rule out some isolated showers for the southeastern part of the state. So Beatrice, Lincoln, Omaha. Nothing big. Don't think it's going to slow down the morning commute, but it is a possibility you might encounter some showers. As we go through the day, the chance of rain becomes less and less likely. And already a lot of folks dry at 8 a.m., but jump ahead to lunchtime. And I think the showers largely limited to maybe the Beatrice area. And even here, it's not a guarantee you're going to be seeing rain in Beatrice, but I'll still leave in the chance. But probably for everyone else, it's going to be dry. 5 o'clock this afternoon, notice the vast majority are going to have a dry homebound commute. The only place where there could be a few showers, I think at 5 o'clock, might be out around Scottsbluff. Everyone else, though, dry. So not a whole lot going on today. And temperatures just a little bit above normal. I'll show you those temperatures in just a bit. Let's jump ahead to tomorrow morning. Once again, same story for Omaha, Lincoln, Grand Island. Could there be some isolated showers around tomorrow morning? Yes, but nothing big. What I'm concerned about is what's going to happen in the afternoon and evening ahead and along of the cold front that's going to be pushing across the state. So I think the severe threat at the earliest could begin about 4 o'clock. See that little dot of yellow showing up just to the north of Broken Bow? That's indication of a thunderstorm popping up, and any of the storms that pop up tomorrow could be severe. And especially as we get farther into the evening and we get farther to the east, I think the storms are actually going to be intensifying. Let me show you what I mean. So that's 4 o'clock, so not a whole lot going on. But look what happens when we get to 7 o'clock. Look at that line of storms. Not just isolated storms, but an actual line of storms showing up from Norfolk down to Columbus, Grand Island. That said, right now it's looking like even 7 o'clock, places like Lincoln and Omaha could be dry. But look what happens when we jump ahead to 10 o'clock. Right now, 10 o'clock Tuesday evening is looking like the peak of the activity around Lincoln and Omaha. And look at that nasty shade of red showing up. That's indicating that thunderstorms are likely with heavy rain and lightning, but also the threat for damaging wind, hail, and can't rule out a tornado, I'm afraid. That said, after 10 o'clock, things really start to ramp down. I think the severe threat is over with by 1 a.m. So let's summarize here. It's particularly during the evening hours I'm most concerned about. So that 7-10 o'clock window right now looks like the greatest threat, but we'll leave the chance in from late afternoon through the evening hours. The severe threat begins in Grand Island, but what this level 1, level 2, level 3 means is showing how the chance for severe storms becomes more and more likely. So Grand Island under the marginal risk, level 1. Once you get to York, Columbus, Beatrice, Lincoln, you're under the level 2 threat, the slight risk. But for Fremont, Omaha, Council Bluffs, you're under that level 3 threat. So that's where severe storms are most likely. Everyone has a chance from Grand Island to Omaha, but the greatest threat, unfortunately, is around the Omaha area. And what's the worst case scenario? For all of these areas, the best chance around the Omaha area, I think the worst case scenario, we're certainly going to hope that it doesn't happen, but we've got to mention the chance, is wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour, golf ball size hail, and yes, I think a couple of tornadoes could pop up as well. Certainly hope that doesn't happen, but it certainly looks like a possibility right now. Now I want to finish up talking about temperatures, because this is going to be wild. Today, pretty quiet, low to mid-60s across the state. In fact, a lot of folks in the mid-60s. Most aren't going to see much wind, but out in the panhandle, it's going to get windy, because already this evening, that front is going to be pushing in. And Scottsbluff only hitting 62 today. But then check out what happens tomorrow. This is going to be wild. Look at all the places that hit the 80s. And with that warm, humid air coming in and this cold air crashing into it, that's why we have a good chance of storms and the possibility of severe storms. Notice Omaha, high of 84. Grand Island, 86. Kearney, 83. But then out west, Scottsbluff, only a high of 52 because the front is going to be clear of you tomorrow. But get ready for a big cool down for everyone on Wednesday. No more 80s anywhere close. Check out these high temperatures. 50 in Kearney, 49 in Grand Island, 51 in Omaha, 50 in Lincoln, and both Tuesday and Wednesday looking very windy once again across the state. Average wind gusts around 40 miles per hour in the afternoon.